What happens when an unstoppable force meets a very, very stoppable object? It's a question that's puzzled philosophers, physicists, and anyone who's ever watched a nature documentary and thought, what if that animal fought a human? Today we're not just asking the question, we're putting it in a cage, turning on the spotlights and selling tickets. That's the premise for our cage match. Not just any fight, but a spectacle that defies reason, common sense, and probably several international laws. On one side we have Iron Fist Frank, a professional boxer at the absolute peak of human conditioning. He's fast, he's strong, and his punches are so precise they could knock the smile off a statue. Frank spent years perfecting his craft, sculpting his body into a machine built for speed and power. He's the kind of athlete who can dodge a punch in the blink of an eye and deliver a knockout blow before you even realize he's moved. On the other side, lumbering in from the frozen north, is a polar bear. This isn't just any animal, it's evolution's answer to surviving the harshest environment on Earth. A creature that thinks 300-pound seals are snacks and can swim for miles in icy water without breaking a sweat. Its muscles are layered with fat and fur, its jaws can crush bone, and its claws are longer than Frank's fingers. So why is Frank here? Maybe it's the promise of money, the lure of fame, or just a really, really bad manager who thought this was a good idea. Maybe Frank lost a bet, or maybe he's just the kind of guy who can't say no to a challenge, no matter how ridiculous. The cage is cold enough to see your breath. The audience is a bizarre mix of billionaires looking for a thrill, and horrified zoologists who can't believe this is happening. The referee's advice? Probably something like, try not to get eaten, and if you do, make it quick. Physics, unfortunately, is not on Frank's side. Remember, force equals mass times acceleration. Frank may be quick, but the bear outweighs him by several hundred pounds. In a contest of raw power, Frank is comically outmatched. It's like bringing a water pistol to a house fire. This isn't just a sporting event, it's a demonstration of nature's dominance over human achievement. All the training, all the discipline, all the clever footwork in the world can't change the fact that Frank is facing a living tank with fur. The bear, of course, has no idea it's in a match. It just sees a tall, nervous penguin in its space, and it's wondering if dinner is being served early tonight. The scenario is absurd, bordering on surreal, but as a thought experiment, it's fascinating. It's the ultimate test of man versus nature, a clash between the limits of human potential and the raw, unfiltered power of the wild. It's a chance to compare the very best of what humans can achieve through training and determination to the effortless might of an apex predator. No amount of gym time can prepare you for a swipe from a bear that can shatter ice with a single blow. So let's suspend disbelief, ignore the ethics, and ring the bell on the most lopsided fight in history. For a few moments, let's imagine a world where this match could actually happen, and see just how quickly reality comes crashing down. The real question isn't if Frank will lose, but how quickly, and in how many pieces. Will it be over in seconds, or will Frank manage to dodge just long enough to make it interesting? Either way, the outcome is inevitable. Welcome to the ultimate mismatch, a spectacle that's equal parts thrilling and terrifying, and a reminder that sometimes, the laws of physics are the only judges that matter. Let's see how long Frank lasts. Spoiler alert, not long. In the end, it's not just a fight, it's a lesson in humility, and a tribute to the awesome, unstoppable power of nature. Let's break down the numbers and see just how lopsided this matchup really is. On one side, we have a top-tier human athlete, and on the other, a true force of nature. Meet Frank, standing at an impressive 6'4", weighing in at 245 pounds, with an 80-inch reach and a punch that can deliver a staggering 1,000 pounds of force. He's the definition of an elite human specimen, the kind of fighter who dominates in the ring and intimidates opponents with sheer physicality. But then there's Fluffy the polar bear. When Fluffy stands up, he towers at 10 feet tall and tips the scales at a jaw-dropping 1,300 pounds. His paws are a foot wide, and his bite force exceeds 1,200 psi, enough to crush bone and shatter ice with ease. Frank is outweighed by over half a ton. That's not just a difference, it's a chasm. The scale isn't even close to balance. The bear can drag a 600-pound seal across the ice with a single paw, and it can crush a bowling ball with its jaws like it's a marshmallow. These are feats of strength that no human could hope to match. Frank's punch is designed to knock out chins, but the bear's body is protected by 4 inches of dense blubber and hide, nature's own armor, built to withstand the harshest conditions and the fiercest blows. To sum it up, the bear is 5 times heavier, much taller, and exponentially stronger. The numbers don't just favor the bear, they obliterate any sense of competition. Frank's only real advantage? Those flashy, eye-catching shorts. They might win style points, but they won't help in a contest of raw power. This isn't just an unfair fight, it's a rounding error versus a mathematical certainty. The outcome is practically written in stone before the bell even rings. For Frank, the weigh-in would be the last moment he feels confident. Once he sees his opponent up close, reality sets in, and the numbers speak for themselves. Speed is a boxer's weapon, an essential part of their arsenal. In the ring, every movement is calculated, every punch is thrown with lightning precision. The ability to move quickly, to dodge, to strike, and to recover is what separates champions from contenders. Frank is fast, agile, and explosive. His footwork is a dance, his reflexes honed by years of training. He can slip a punch, weave through danger, and counterattack in the blink of an eye. In the world of boxing, Frank's speed is almost unmatched. But let's put this in perspective. A polar bear can run 25 miles per hour, almost as fast as Usain Bolt, the fastest human alive. That's not just impressive for a half-ton animal, it's astonishing. The bear's raw power is matched by its surprising speed. In a 20-foot cage, the bear can cross the entire distance in less than a second. There's no time to react, no space to escape. The bear's acceleration is instant, its movements shockingly quick for its size. Bears aren't lumbering giants, they're ambush predators built for sudden bursts of speed and agility. In the wild, they rely on stealth and explosive movement to catch their prey off guard. Their agility is a matter of survival. Frank's footwork, so effective against human opponents, is useless against a half-ton predator that can turn and lunge with terrifying speed. The bear's ability to pivot and strike is on a different level entirely. The bear's speed is a tool for survival, honed by evolution, not sport. Frank's agility is impressive in the ring, but in this scenario, it's simply outmatched. In this confined space, the bear is the faster animal in every practical sense. There's nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. The bear dominates the environment with its sheer presence and speed. Frank could try to jab and move using every trick he knows, but the bear only needs one hit. One swipe from its massive paw could end the fight instantly. To the bear, Frank's movements are just a curiosity, something to watch, maybe even to play with, until it decides to pounce. When it does, there's no contest. The speed advantage Frank enjoys over other humans is erased in the presence of the bear. Against this apex predator, his agility counts for little. Here, in the cage, the bear is the real threat. Frank's agility, so valuable in the ring, is irrelevant. The bear's agility is lethal. In this paradox, there's nowhere to run and nowhere to hide. Frank's weapons are his fists, wrapped, gloved, and trained for precision. Boxing is about points, knockouts, and rules. The bear's weapons, 5-inch claws and jaws that crush bone. Its paws are designed to tear through blubber and ice, not just flesh. A single swipe can shatter bone. Its bite can snap a skull. The bear doesn't strategize, it overwhelms. Frank's best punch might annoy the bear. The bear's casual swipe ends the fight. It's man with gloves versus a living weapon. Frank brought boxing gloves to a tank fight. The outcome is predetermined. The bear is the tank. Frank is the rock. Rocks don't win tank battles. Boxers train for 12 rounds, 36 minutes of intense effort. Frank's endurance is built for bursts and recovery. The polar bear's endurance is for survival. Days of travel, hours of swimming, and sudden explosive hunts. In the cage, the fight won't last a round. If Frank somehow survives the first charge, he'll be exhausted in minutes. The bear, meanwhile, is just getting started. Its metabolism is built for patience and sudden violence. The bear can wait, then explode with power. Frank's gas tank is for sport, the bear's is for life and death. The cage is just a smaller, warmer Arctic. The bear's endurance is overwhelming. Frank's is irrelevant. The bell rings. Frank adopts his stance, focused and ready. The bear looks confused, then curious. Frank jabs the bear's nose, a dull thud barely noticed. The bear growls, irritated, not hurt. Frank's punch has just made things worse. The bear charges, 15 feet covered in a heartbeat. Frank's training is useless. There's nowhere to run. He throws a desperate right cross, no effect. The bear's momentum alone is devastating. Frank is slammed into the cage, winded and broken. A paw pins him down, ribs crack, air gone. The fight is over in less than 10 seconds. It's not a fight, it's physics in action. Frank never stood a chance. The winner, by every possible metric and measure, is the polar bear. There's simply no contest. This isn't a contest at all. It's a one-sided feeding, a display of raw power and dominance. The boxer's skills, no matter how refined, are useless here. The bear's advantages are absolute and overwhelming. Frank's courage is admirable, even inspiring, but ultimately irrelevant in this scenario. The bear is bigger, faster, stronger, and built to kill, nature's perfect predator. The fight is a brutal, unforgettable lesson in humility and the limits of human strength. If you're ever offered money to fight a polar bear, decline immediately. The winner, always the bear.